Alrighty. I think I'm here. Nick is here. We'll see what happens. Kim Kong Min, longtime SSG SK clutch hitter in center field. This is his retirement game, so I imagine they're going to throw one pitch and then they're going to take him out of the game. He's got a mic on right now. So we'll see how long it takes this game to actually get underway. So all SSG players. And there we go. We don't even have a pitch. JJ Hoon will head out there into center field to take his glove, I guess. So there we go. That was, I thought they would at least throw a pitch, but apparently, nope, not even going to have a pitch. All right. So Hanwha dealing with a slight injury. Chan Ho is going to actually hit in the 5 spot instead of Cheon Song. No, he didn't get in at bat because they just put him in center field. You know, maybe if didn't special entry. So yeah, I was hoping to see him like he had a mic on and everything. So well, Anderson on the mound. This should be a pitching battle. Anderson, the number 2 pitcher in the league, with in terms of ERA, he's not the number 2 ranked, whatever that Tyro Bank crap is that nobody understands. Because his team can't score. First run in the 7th. Anderson does struggle a little before the 5th. So maybe he gives up a run earlier than that, but yeah. Eugene Young will lead things off for Hanwha, though. And the first pitch is a broken bat, third baseman out, and that's 1 away. Probably. That's the way it usually works, right? So you expect a pitcher's duel, and instead you get everything else. All right, the first chance I'm getting to see Hanwha's temporary and possibly possible long-term outfielder, Liberato. And that is outside. Ball 1. So Liberato hitting a 412 on the season for Hanwha, slightly better than his replacements. Finally, as that's a swing and a miss there. Anderson does throw, I believe, the hardest all starters in the league. He averages right around 152, which to Ponce's 151. So swing and a miss there as he is not able to catch up on the fastball on the outside, 152. He gives a kind of a little look there, a little smirk like, huh, he ain't catching that. And here we go. And swing and a miss. He throws him some fastballs. The first strikeout of the day for for Anderson, and that is quick work. Yeah, except they all say Kim Kong Min. Small technicality, a little difficult to see who's actually playing. And Moon Yun Bin steps in and looks at a strike at the top of the zone, and he's just throwing fastballs, ladies and gentlemen. He's like, here it is. See if you can hit it. Moon Yun Bin hitting a 311 on the No, it's the old name for Incheon. I can't ever remember as Heredia slides into foul territory, and that will be strike two. It's the original name for Incheon that starts with a C. I can never remember what it is. What is it? Yeah, I can never remember, but that's what it is. It's the original name. Chemulpo is what it stands for, and fouls that one away, and it stays 0-2. And fouls away. He is just throwing fastballs, like really, really just absolutely saying, "Here, catch it." And up high. So much for a quick inning for Anderson. He gets up on the mound. They replace the center fielder immediately. Throws a pitch, gets an out. Four pitches to Liberato, and then now we're sitting here. Yeah, Kim Kong Min just dealing as that one misses inside, and it's now 2-2. This is what they need. They need to get big pitch counts from Hanwha needs to get big pitch counts against Anderson, and well, obviously SSG needs to get big pitch counts against Ponce. And that's a swing and a miss, and that's a strikeouts number two. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Great pitching matchup, Jay. So one quick outs and then two Ks as he is just why the name change? Ah, that's a good color though. That's a good color. That's not a color that a lot of people pick, so all right, Ponce out on the mound. He will face not Kim Gong Min. Kim Gong Min is obviously officially retired now. Che Ji Hoon win in there. So this was the team that Ponce absolutely destroyed with 18 strikeouts. Oh, 16 games, 101 innings for him, 10-0. That's the big thing. Slipping there on the mound, and as he walks away, throws the glove down. That is not something Hanwha fans want to see. He sticks his hand out to the trainer. Oh man, I think every single Hanwha fan in attendance and watching, their hearts just dropped. See there, yeah, told you. All right, here we go. Ponce back to see if he can replicate his last start against SSG. He He threw a warm up pitch and he kind of stumbled off the mound, threw his glove down, and then kind of walked away. Then put his hands on his knees as his first pitch is in the dirts and it's 1-0. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, yeah. Yeah, if he goes down, yeah, it's over. As that's a beautiful pitch in there for a strike with the curveball, and it's 1-1 now. 285 on the season for Che Ji Hoon as he is doing absolutely fantastic on the season. Misses way outside there, and it's 2-0. No, today is Hanwha versus SSG. Nobody wanted the Doosan game, as that's a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. TMC, all you got to do is vote in the poll each week. That'll determine which games I stream. All right, later. As that's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle. And there goes the no hitter. There goes the perfect game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Kim Kong Min with his first hit of the day. Aurelia steps in now. Always a danger to steal a base, also. Yeah, I am. I was surprised at the voting for this weekend, also with the KT Lotte series being picked. Hanwha snuck up at the end as that's in there for a strike. Already finally back from injury, hitting a 289. He did not play in that game. He did not play in most of the games against Hanwha on this season. As here comes the 0-1, and that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop underhand toss, throws to first in time, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play, and there goes that base runner. That's how you get help yourself out, I guess. All right, that brings up Che Jung, not having the greatest season on his as he has really struggled average wise. Home run wise, they're there, but the average is way down. 200 on this season, but an OPS of 802 is a swing and a miss at a pitch nowhere near the strike zone there, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 up high lays off of it, and Ponce keeps struggling with his footing here. And here comes the 2-1 pitch curveball. He fouls that one away, and it's 2-2. This might be the first time I have seen this umpire back behind the mount or back behind the plate. I always see him everywhere else, but not often do I see him back behind the plates as he lays off of that. And we've got our first full count of the day. And here we go, the 3-2 swing and a miss, and he gets his first, not a foul, not a swing and a miss, but a foul. But nonetheless, it's a strikeout, and that ends The inning will go to the bottom or the top of the seconds. It's a 0-0. I love the 4 or 5 hitters coming up. Leadoff triple in SSG to make up for his triple missing yesterday. Well, Anderson does struggle against righties a little bit. It's a 240 on the season is what righties hit against him. Definitely impressive. All righty, we should be back and ready for the top. No shoe on out there. All right, so no shoe on steps in, hitting a 238 on the season and misses inside ball one. 370 on his 3 games against, or in his 7 games against SSG as he swings and misses there, and it's 1-1. Anderson mainly features 3 pitches. Uh, Fastball most of the time, 52% of the time, 152. Again, he is the hardest throwing starter in the league, as that's a swing and a miss and another beautiful pitch. Off of that, he throws a curveball 21% of the time, and then off of that, also a changeup 20% of the time. He will mix in a slider, but he's only going to throw 4 or 5 of those per game. So mainly 3 pitches is that's a swing and a miss at a pitch way down off the plate, and that is the third strikeout of the day for Anderson. Hanwha steps in and he hits him. Oh, that's will be the first base runner, and there goes the perfect game as he hits him in the back in the hamstring. Spins around, and well, Hanwha's got their first base runner, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Kim Tae-yeon steps in now, not having a good season. That is the only way to describe it. Of regular hitters, he is the worst in the league in terms of weighted runs created. Plus, as the first pitch is popped up, third baseman under it, and that's 2 away. Well, on the bright side for Hanwha, he didn't hit into a double play. All right, Ito Yoon now steps in. 245 on the season as his season is coming to life now that he's finally getting some regular playing time. As that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. I have to think that Kim Tae, I would say Moon Hyun Bin, uh, Chan Ho, Kim Tae Yan, Ito Yoon are going to get some healthy dose of fastballs as that misses up high, and it's 1-1. I don't think that they can hit 155. I really don't. I don't think that they can get around on it. Thank you, whoever did that. And here comes the 1-1 pitch and a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. He has got that curveball working beautifully. And the 1-2 pitch just ripped right at the first baseman, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It is a 0-0. Kim Kong Min with a nice little stop there. Ten pitches that inning leaves him at the 23 for the first 2 innings. Nah. 근데 한화랑 집승 아니에요. 짐승 아니에요. Jimsing means beasts. For those of you in the chat that don't read Korean, he is his nickname while with SK and SSG was the Beast, as he had multiple big huge hits late in games. Yeah, I figured. I was like, I bet you guys, no one knows what that means. Alrighty, back down into the bottom of the second now. Ponce is still out there. He will face the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Hanwha Eagles leading things off. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Still one of the best songs, I believe. And fouls that one off, and it's 0-2. Are all Hanwha players wearing the 0? Is that all for Kim Kong Min? And way up high, and it's 1-2 now. Kiwi, is it just me, or does Ponce look like all legs? As that runs in, almost gets him, and that will make it 2-2. And a swing and a miss there. Second strikeout for Ponce, and the first away in the bottom of the second. 2 straight strikeouts for Ponce after giving up a leadoff single. As Hanwha Eagles continues to struggle against Hanwha. Yeah, he definitely gets his power from his legs as he throws that curveball hard there, but misses up. Ponce he is a guy that's going to feature obviously his four seam fastball 43% or 45% of the time. But off of that, he really mixes it up as that is lined right at Noshiwan and he makes the catch. And that's two away. Noshiwan's like, oh, look what I found. But Ponce, his second, third, and fourth pitch are all fairly equal. 16% of the time, a changeup off of that, curveball 15% of the time, and then a slider off of that 13% of the time. So he is not a guy that's a 1-2 pitch or a 1-2-3 pitch. He's got four pitches that he can throw for strikes, and he will throw them for strikes also as he lays off of that, and it's 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's now 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And just like that, we've got three strikeouts now for Ponce as he throws his 10th pitch of the inning. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the third inning. It's a 0-0. Both pitchers, 13 pitches in the first inning. Both pitchers, 10 pitches in the second inning. Both teams with one base runner. Nothing after it, though. Elsewhere around the league, LG's up 1-0 against Kium, but Kium's got a runner on seconds in the top of the seconds with nobody out. And KT is taking a 1-0 lead over Lotte in the top of the first. Kium up to a quick 3-0 lead as Iju Hyung hits a three-run shot in the bottom of the first. Alcantara on the mound there. So runs everywhere else. Probably going to have more than they have in this game. Will be interesting though with the bullpens. Obviously, Hanwha's bullpen really struggled yesterday. With that, SSG still had to use their main bullpen guys also, and they had to use them also on Thursday. So a lot of their bullpen guys are not going to be available for today. On say standing in front of the portable AC is that's a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1 to. He said he prefers to pitch in the heats. It does not look like he does. As the 0-1, a beautiful curveball in there, and it's 0-2. And here comes the 0-2 to the bat's wiggling catcher. And that's going to be a ground ball right to the shortstop. Scoops it up, throws across, and one away. That brings up a very, very yeah. Well, but the thing is he lived in Japan for 3 years, so he's got to know what it's like. But I don't think Mary Kate, what's up? I don't think Japan is as humid as Korea. I don't really know, but since it's so much longer, that I think it would get more off the water, more wind off the water. Shimujun hitting 171 on the season as he looks at strike two at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. Mary Kate, how have you been? And that's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. Throws it over, and that's two away. Flips the lineup back over for Hanwha, though, as they will have Eugene Young stepping in. This is, I honestly think, probably the guy that's SSG's got to worry about the most. Not only is he hitting 294 on the season, but Anderson struggles more against righties. Lefties hit 172 against them versus righties that hit hit 240. Again, as that is in there for a strike, and it's now 0-2. But he has given up 4 home runs on the season. 3 of them have been to righties. And swings and misses at a pitch in the other batter's box and throws to first, and that will be 3 away. And when I say in the other batter's box, I mean it literally hit the dirt in the other batter's box. That's his 4th strikeout on the day, and we will go to the bottom of the third. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, there we go. Just dancing, or what was she doing this time? No, no, no. That's not even a top 10. You keep that to yourself, Mary Kate. NC is taking a 1-0 lead against the old Bears. All the games have runs except for this lovely matchup. Ba, 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 da, Okay, Kiwi. All right. Well, Anderson takes over the ERA lead as he's worked 3 scoreless innings versus Ponce, who's only worked 2. And that's in there in the dirt, and it's a 1-0. Apparently, I missed a pitch somewhere in there, and that is crushed. Goodbye, baseball. He turned on that baby and sent it flying. That was no doubter. That is the first run SSG has scored against Ponce all season, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into this game, 2 games, 15 innings, they were hitting a .064 with 0 runs against them. All righty, that brings up a Triple J who looks its ball 1 up high, 1-0. Kim Kong Min with a solo shot as he drops down the bunt. It's a beauty, throws to first, but is in time, and that will be one away. Hung it right up the heart of the plate. 125, Kiwi's favorite number. All right, Joe Hyung Woo steps in. He looks at ball one there. Consistency. That is exactly what I would call them. 259 on the season for the backstop today. And that misses low and outside, and it's 2 0. Ponce does not look comfortable out there on the mound ever since that warm up pitch, as that is right down the middle, and it's 2 1. 148 on that. That's not good. 안녕하세요. 긴격게 going. Yeah, probably. As the 2-1 in there for a strike. This is not good, guys. 148 on the strike down the middle before that. 146 there. He averages 151. That one got back up to 154, but fouled away, and it's stays 2-2. And a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirts. And that's the fourth strikeout of the day for Ponce. That'll flip the lineup back over. Who's on your picture there? 로테 팬. 아니요, 저는 그냥 KBO 팬이에요. 오늘 SSG, 근데 그거다. 근데 외국인 때문에 외국인 팬도 있어요. And that's in there for a strike. Oh, not a fan of any team, but fan of foreigners, I should say, since I am a foreigner. Is that is 0-2 now. As that misses up high. 1-2. No, that's not tic tac toe, Kiwi. As the 1-2 rolls over it to second baseman and scoops it up, throws, and that's 2 away, 3 away. We'll go to the fourth as SSG takes the lead on the solo shot. It may be, but I know Ponce always puts a cross in the middle, back behind. Uh so if I want to watch great baseball, I don't watch the KBO. If I want to watch entertaining baseball, I watch the KBO. If I want to watch fundamentals, I watch Japanese baseball. So, yeah, I mean, obviously the KBO is nowhere near the level that MLB is, but I wouldn't say it's. I mean, it's not a joke. It's just the fundamentals for the KBO is so bad. Uh, it's like they're trying to play the style of the 1980s with the lack of fundamentals or power of the 2020s. I think is the only way to really explain it. All right, we've got the top here. 32 pitches for Anderson as he will get to face the foreigner Liberato once again. Struck him out on some fastballs. We'll see if he sticks with the fastballs. And as he goes upstairs, and that's a swing and a miss at a pitch way over the zone, and it's 0-1. And fouls that one away as that was also way over the zone. And just like that, it's 0-2 on two balls. So Liberato, the first strikeout of the day for Anderson. He's got four, two in the first, so one in the second, and one in the third. And the 0-2s, that was a worse looking swing than E. Gene Young's. As that's five strikeouts now for Anderson. Three straight pitches over the zone, and just like that, Moon Yun Bin is now stepping in. Moon Yun Bin 0 for 1, struck out in his first at bats. And fouls that one away as he's throwing them. Again, not once has he thrown a pitch that was in the strike zone yet this inning. Man, the 0-1 pitch misses up, and he doesn't swing at that one, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 misses up and in, and it's 2-1. He is not thrown an actual strike yet in this inning. He's thrown six pitches. They've all been balls. Luckily, Hanwha's helping him out by swinging at him. And the 2-1, that also misses, and now it's 3-1. No, I live in Daejeon. I do not like Seoul at all. As the 3-1 pitch is rolled over and a foul, and that's does what everybody loves, brings up a full count. First full count of the day for Hanwha. And that will send him back to the bench as he swings and misses, and that's another strikeouts. Beautiful curveball gets him swinging, and that's two away. 네, 대전에 있어요. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Anderson just getting way ahead of these hitters. No Shiwan 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out in his first at bats back in the second inning. And he pops that one a foul. Another ball over the top of the zone, and Hanwha still helping him out. 아니요. 저는 야구장 근처에 있어요. As that misses outside, and it's 1-2. Oh, you booing the scouts? Well, maybe they're there for Anderson, as that is fouled away, and it's stays 1-2. Your Korean, your romanization of your Korean is really good. I wish you would teach my students that. Is just gets out of play. Ba- bum, ba- na- 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 na. Man, a swing and a miss as he strikes out the side for his seventh strikeout of the game. And 1, 2, 3, go Hanwha once again. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 1-0 SSG. We are getting the pitching duel that we were expecting, Kiwi. Maybe the scouts being in attendance is a great thing because they just saw Ponce give up a jack. And they'll be like, "Oh man, if he gives up a jack like that, we don't want him in we don't want him in the MLB." I still think there's a close to zero chance he comes back. There's probably a better chance that I become the manager of a KBO team than he comes back to pitch next year. SSG will have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Aredia, Jung, and Han Yu Song. Kiwi, you been outside yet today? All right, Aredia, 0 for 1. How is it? Miserable? As that misses up high, 1-0. Yeah, I started to go walk, and then I'm like, no, I'm going to go after the game. I can't do it. As that's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. On talking, I mean, on I have not been to Costco in maybe 7 years. And the 1-1 pitch rolls over. That third baseman grabs it, throws across, and that's one away. And I live so close to Costco, it would take me 5 minutes. It would take me longer to get my motorcycle gear on than to actually get there. Nah, solo home run. Jung steps in. 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in his first at bats, and rolls over. That's one, and it's foul. 1-1. Uh, An Sung Hyun, the third baseman, hit a solo shot. An Sung Hyun, and Jung looks at just strike two. Kim Kong Min, Kim Kong Min, Kim Kong Min. As that misses way outside, and it's 2-2. 147 on that one also. I don't think I've ever had a hot dog from Costco or a chocolate chip cookie. I bought a Costco membership years ago so that I could buy a turkey and a pumpkin and some pumpkin pie. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss there, and another strikeout on the day. That's his fifth, and that's two away. Another solid wrap there. Shea Jung, two strikeouts now. Both of the big third baseman, No Shiwan and Shea Jung, 0 for 4 with two strikeouts each. As Hanyu Song steps in, he's 0 for 1 on the day, looks at the ball one on the inside, and it's 1-0. Yeah. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Misses up high, all that shaking off to throw a ball. Pretty sure that this game will make no difference on whether or not Ponce goes to the majors or not. Oh, I don't know if anybody else notices that's going to be a ground ball past the diving Ito Yoon. And did anybody else notice Ponce's hat? Anybody notice Ponce's hats? Maybe it was a bad angle, but yeah, it's off. And that misses and whoa, 1-0. But he doesn't. He took his off. And the 1-0 pitch. See, it's missing. He had it was on there earlier. Hitting 615 with two outs. That's how you make some comebacks, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And another time is called. But I don't. It would have to be. It's not stuck on there, right? Is that's in there for a strike, and it's now 1-1. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he grabbed his other hat. And then the 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss on an ugly looking swing there. As that one is way up, almost hit him in the face, but he still swings. Yeah, and it's 1-2. Go Myung Jun lined out to know she won 0 for 1 on the day. A runner over at first is Hanyu Song with a 2-out single, and that misses way outside at 2-2. 16 pitches now for Ponce in this inning. 13 in the first, 11 in the second, 14 in the third, is 16 now. Getting ready for pitch number 17. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Runs inside, and now it's runs the count full. Second full count of the day for. I almost sounded like it got him. It almost sounded like it hit him, but he's got to redo his gloves, his hand guard, his elbow guard, his other guards that guard his other guards of other stuff he's guarding. And here we go. 3-2 count. Hanyu Sum will be running. That means a first to third on a single. Scored on a double. And it's way outside. He didn't even bother to try to throw or just. As that's going to bring the pitching coach out. All right, Pak Sung Han steps in now. 56 pitches for Ponce. That's his first walk of the day. That's needed not look happy there. Technically, that was a swing actually, as he drops the bat down. Not swinging, not intentionally swinging, but dropping the bat down. They could have called that a swing actually, as that misses inside, and it's 0-1. Sorry, 1-0. Yeah, well, that's a American baseball thing. As the 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike on the outside. A lot of the Koreans don't cover their mouth whenever they're talking on the mound. And what are you going to translate? Which language is he speaking? And the 1-1 is a fouled straight back, and it's 1-2. You gonna have the other translators lip reading, because they're gonna have to know if he's speaking English or if he's Ponce. And the 1-2 that's rolled over. First baseman is gonna grab it, but it's in foul territory, and another pitch coming up. 22 pitches now for Ponce here in the fourth inning, as he is running into his issues. One run is not enough, though. They need to get some more here. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Outside at 2-2. Hanwha has a very, very good bullpen. Obviously, there's going to be issues with it here and there. They had issues yesterday, but being able to keep them to one run is definitely a benefit for Hanwha. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. That is a ground ball to Kim Tae-yeon. Grabs it, runs to first, steps on the bag, and they will leave 2 more on. Or actually just 2, as we will go to the 5th inning. It is 1-0 SSG. Leaving 2 runners on. But the big thing there is Ponce, 24 pitches that inning. Hanwha will have their 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up to face Anderson. Anderson just got a long breather there. Elsewhere, Kia's up 5-1 now. Wisdom home run adds one, and then they also have a lot of hits in the second inning. KT's up 1-0, but Lotte is threatening. They've got the bases loaded with one out in the bottom of the third. NC still up 1-0, and then Kiom up 4-0. But Samsung's got 2 on and 2 outs in the top of the fourth. All right, top of the old fifth inning. 280 on the season for Che Ho. Hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Missed one bit. Huh? What? Hitting 462 on the month of 12 hits. Playing left field since Che Song is dealing with an injury. He will not play this whole weekend as that one misses way up high. So he is playing left so Moon Hyun Bin can DH so that Kim Tae-yeon can play first because they don't really have anybody else to play first. As the 1-0 must have just barely clipped the bottom of the zone there, and it's 1-1. Yeah, another 1-1 misses inside at 2-1. Trying to hit him again, I guess. Rounded to the first baseman. Underhand toss to Anderson. Catches it, steps on the bag, and that's will be one away. Brings up Kim Tae-yeon. Anderson's like, man, it's June, guys. Why are we wearing black uniforms? All right, Kim Tae-yeon, 229 on the season, popped up to the third baseman in his first at bats. Did see one whole pitch. Way up high, ball one. I feel like behind home plate is missing that dancing girl. Like there's a seat there for her, but she's busy or something. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be grounded, but it's foul. 1-1. Because you got the couple, or you got the two Hanwha fans there, and then next to them is that empty seats. All right, so we're ready again. And the 1-1, beautiful looking curveball in there, and that's 1-2. This is the inning that Anderson struggles with the most. Opponents hitting 268 against him in this inning. The first, fourth, and fifth, as that is a not going to be a home run as he looks at the ball, and that is strikeouts number 8 on the day for Anderson. All right, maybe next time, Kiwi. We're gonna have another day where, yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, as Ito Yun looks at the ball one on the inside, and it's 1-0. Ito Yun's got to readjust his hand guard. And all right, now we're all set. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And catches the inside, 1-1. And the 1-1, a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Anderson one strike away from being out of his most complicated inning. As that is a something just landed on his eye. I don't know I don't know which bug it was, but as it is still flying around, you can see it flying in the back behind him. Yes, here comes the 1-2 slap to the third baseman, backs up, throws across the diamond, and 1-2-3 go the Hanwha Eagles once again. 12 pitch inning leaves him at 59 through 5. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 1-0 SSG. Man, this is what you were expecting, right, Kiwi? All right. Coming up in the bottom of the fifth here. 7, 8, 9 hitters for SSG, but the 7 hitter is the one that's led off the third inning with the solo shots. Nobody on that list. Oh, Anderson has bumped himself up. Anderson has bumped himself up. He was a little lower earlier, or whatever it was earlier. I don't know. I have zero idea what these things are. All right, Ansang Hyun steps in. He fakes the bunt and pulls it back, and it's ball one, 1-0. Solo shots back in the third inning. His fourth home run of his career. And the 1-0 is way outside as Jae-Hoon has to reach wide for it. 315 on the season for the third baseman. And that is in there for a strike on the curveball, and it's 2-1 now. 65 pitches for Ponce, 58, or sorry, 59 for Anderson versus Ponce. He's hitting 500. He bunts that one, trying to bunt that all the way down to Dejan so Kiwi can catch it, but it gets out of play, and it's now 2-2. And he fouls that one away. It stays 2-2. Solid, solid bunt there. And that was not a good pitch. That looked really, really awkward. And that runs the count full. Third full count of the day for SSG. Lost the handle on the old changeup. Runs way up high, and here comes the 3-2 counts. And that's going to be a pitch clock violation for the walk. And here comes the manager. I'm going to say, is he coming out? No, he's not. A pitch clock violation walk. Kim Gong Min has earned himself a trip on the bases for the second time. He says, "No, no, you were shaking your head." He's saying, "No, you." He's saying, "I couldn't hear, but you were shaking him off. That doesn't. That you definitely could have heard." So the umpire's not fooled by that. I got a runner over on first now, and nobody out as Junjun Jay steps in at 235 on the season. I have to imagine that we're going to get the KBO bunt as they check over at first, and he is easily back. Alrighty, here we go. And checks over on first again as he steps back on. 6 for 9 on the season is on Sang Hyun, 67%. So not a bad number to beat. And way outside, it almost looked like he was trying to pitch out. And here comes the one. Oh no, I'm going to throw over as he slides back in. Game is coming screeching to a halt here in the fifth inning. And that misses low, 2-0. Not bunting here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, a runner on first, nobody out, and we are not seeing a bunt. Hanwha's manager looking on, trying to figure it out. He's like, "Wait, what? That's the rules. That's the rules. If you're going to manage, you have to bunt with a runner on first and nobody out." As the 2-0 is ripped over the jumping first baseman, but it's hooks foul, and it's 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Sets up at the waist. Misses inside. Runs the count full. 3-1 now. Or sorry, not full. 3-1. 72 pitches now for Ponce. In SSG, their closer is not available today. I would have to imagine, as he has pitched the last 2 days. No Kyung-un is available, but main bullpen guys for SSG is not, as he steps off the back of the mound. And another 3-1. Did he go? It's a full count. It looked like the runner was going. That's what I was waiting for, but he apparently faked me and everyone else in attendance, as that runs the count full. 3-2. 2 straight full counts now for SSG. And the 3-2, he does go, and he is out. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. And that will help the old Ponce out, as that erases the base runner, gets himself 2 outs now, and it wasn't particularly close. Got to swing at that, Jung Jun Jae. Perfect throw. Gotta swing at that, leaving your guy out there to die on the base pass while looking at strike 3 down the middle. As that's fouled away, and it's 0-1. Ponce gave up a single in the first inning, got a double play right there, walks on a pitch clock violation, but gets the strike him out, throw him out, double play, and now that's fouled away from Jo Hyung-woo, and it's 0-2. Ponce is a difficult guy to throw or steal a base against, just because he is so big. He is wearing Squid Games. Ponce is wearing Squid Games cleats, ladies and gentlemen, as that is ripped, and a great play by Kim Tae-yeon, who falls down, snags it right at the first base line, gets up, steps on the bag, and that's 3 away. We'll take a little break. I'll be back in a few. right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Got ourselves the pitching duel that we thought we would. Anderson, 8 strikeouts so far, as that is in there per strike, and it's 0-1. JJ Hoon leads things off, 0 for 1 on the day, 6-3 ground out in his first at bat. And the 0-1, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Feeling a bunt. And here comes the 0-2. And fouls that one away, and it's stays 0-2. Well, if JJ Hoon gets on, that they'll pinch run for him with who do they have to pinch run anymore? They've pretty much taken most of the speed guys off the roster. They have a Euro Yo, but you can't take away your only guy, as that's a single up the middle, and just like that, the no hitter is gone, ladies and gentlemen. The no hitter is gone. First hit of the day for bunt. Man, Shimu Jun. Well, he can't hit, so you might as well bunt with him. All right, so Shimu Jun drops down the bunts, but it's foul. It's 0-1. All right, Shimu Jun, 0 for 1 on the day, 4-3 ground out in his first at bats. Hitting a 170 on the season. Not with the runners on the season. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. As that's a ground ball thrown to second base, and he is out. Throws to first, not in time. And just like that, one away. They don't move the runner up as Shimu Jun drops it right in front of the catcher. He picks it up, throws to seconds. Good thing he's fast, because otherwise he'd be out too. Shimu Jun over on first base now with one away. Flips the lineup back over to Eugene Young. 0 for 2 on the day, as that Shimu Jun is going to steal a bag and move into scoring position on the ball. All right, Eugene Young, 292 on the season. Again, 0 for 2 on the day. Runner on seconds, has plenty of speed. He can score on a single. I don't think he can hit a homer to left. I don't think he can catch up. And he throws it behind him, and that wild pitch is going to move him over to third. That pitch flies behind the head of Eugene Young. Only 67 pitches for Anderson. All right, now you've got runner 90 feet away from tying this game. As again, Hanwha, they keep the game close, and miracles happen late in the game for this team. And that misses up and in, runs the counts 3-0 now. A single, got the bunt that they wanted, thrown them out its first or its seconds. But a stolen base and a wild pitch now 90 feet away as that misses, and that's going to walk him. Runners on first and third now. Not a bad thing, as now, again, you've got the double play in effect. All right, the only Hanwha player wearing the Kim Kong Min uniform. Liberato 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. He does not have the speed that Florial has, so he can be doubled up. And check over at first. Not a quick check, as that was lobbed over there. Liberato. And he fouls that one away, and it's 0-1. 154 on the gun, so he's still got plenty of speed in the arm. Again, only 70 pitches, 11 pitches so far this inning, 13 in the first, 10 in the second, 9 in the third, 15 in the fourth, and 12 last inning in the fifth. And here we go, the 0-1 pitch. Crushed. That's going to get to deep over the first. And goodbye, baseball. Is not out anywhere else except for here, ladies and gentlemen. As he catches it just out in front and puts it over the shorts wall. And just like that, Hanwha takes the lead 3. Massive, massive home run there. As again, Hanwha just keeps it close enough. As Anderson gives up a home run there. That's only the second home run he's given up to a lefty. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that misses way up high also, 2-0. An important home run as LG has made their way back. They were down 7-1. It's now 7-5. And the 2-0 up high, 2-0, 3-0. Oh, one too many. Florial watching on as he's packing his bags. As the 3-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Moonyon Ben 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the day. Into before this inning, the 2, 3, 4. We're 0 for 6 with 6 strikeouts as that misses inside, and he's walked another one. Second walk this inning. 120. Yeah, right. 120 if it hits the ground and keeps rolling. The only other stadium that's a home run is maybe Samsung. Kim Kong Min are really struggling here in the sixth inning. No Shiwan steps in, 0 for 2 on the day. And that's beauty in there for a strike, and it's 0 and 1. Still only one out here in the top of the sixth. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is popped up, but it'll get out of play, and it's 0 and 2. Anderson doesn't necessarily struggle too much with walks. 30 on the season coming into today's game, but a hit by pitch and 2 walks here in the sixth. And the 0-2 swing and a miss, and that's was way uglier than the swing from E. Gene Young. Looked like he was chipping out of the sand. All righty, here we go. 2 outs now. Checks over on the runner, almost throws it away. Moon Bin on first. Che and Ho in the batter's box. So 0 for 1 on the day. Hit by a pitch in his first at bat. It's a 3-1 ground out in his second. And here comes the first pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0 and 1. Ponce a lot of time now as he pitched in the bottom of the fifth and is now getting a ton of time as that's not a good pitch to throw on, and it almost hits him, but a stolen base from Moon Hyun Bin, and he'll be on second base now. Catcher wasn't able to get a handle out of it. It's out of the glove, and easy stolen base for Moon Hyun Bin. 1-1 pitch now to Che and Ho. And fouls it into the umpire, and it's now 1 and 2. One-two pitch just sets up right at the waist and misses up high. 2 and 2. And he almost hits him again. He throws down a third, and he is safe. Another wild pitch as allows a runner to go from second to third, and it runs the count full, 3-2. Third base coach is probably telling him, "Don't well, you shouldn't have stolen," as that's going to be a single right back up the middle. And just like that, they get another one. And now, twice that run, that's wild pitch has led to a run. You have to feel that this game is pretty much getting away from SSG at this point. And that'll be it for Anderson. Only gets through 5 2/3 after cruising through the first five. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be it for Anderson. 5 2/3 innings, 85 pitches, 64 strikes, 3 hits, 1 homer, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. As we will see who comes in to face Kim Tae-yun. Chae-Min Jun will come in to pitch. Kim Kong Min's retirement game is turning out to not be good for SSG. All right, we're back. Runner on first. Chae-Min Jun, 20 games, 29 innings, 2 wins, 1 hold, 3.10 ERA, 635 OPS against, 3.7 walks per nine, 7.5 strikeouts per nine. I wish they would just say how many walks and strikeouts they've thrown. Kim Tae-yun 0 for 2 on the day, popped up, and that is going to be lifted into left field. And just like that, it's 1 pitch, 1 out. As that will end the top of the sixth, but Hanwha doing what they do, coming from behind as they take the lead on a Liberato 3-run shot. And then another run after a Moon Hyun-bin walk, a stolen base, a wild pitch, and a run scored on a single. And that takes us to the bottom of the inning. It's 4-1 Hanwha. Anderson absolutely cruised through the first 5 innings, throwing 59 pitches with 8 strikeouts. Ponce back out there now. You will have the top of the lineup, 1, 2, 3, coming up for SSG as they attempt to bring this game back. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 77 pitches for Ponce through the first 5. As that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. He looks comfortable now. He's got himself a lead. He is ready to go. And here comes the 0-2 pitch to Che Ji Hoon. Swing and a miss there, and that's strikeout number 6. Stepping now is Heredia, 0 for 2 on the day, grounded into a double play in his first at bats, and then a 5-3 ground out in his second at bats. Part of the all unbuttoned team. And first pitch is grounded, but gets foul. The third base coach will make the play, and it's 0-1. And foul to straight back as Heredia was not fooled on that one. 155 on the gun, and it was returned straight back. So here comes the 0-2 pitch to Heredia. Sets up way outside. He throws it way outside, and it's 1-2. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Throw it in the left-handed batter's box on an 0-2 counts, just like every other team, every other game. Ponce has turned his game around since he took the O off. Is a swing and a miss there, and a second strikeout in this inning. It gives him 7. That's going to bring up Che Jung. Swing and a miss on the outside, and it's 0-1. Che Jung 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth. And a swing and a miss there, 0-2. Just 86 pitches now for Ponce is that's 24 pitch inning. Back in the fourth is about to be moot. And here comes the 0-2. That is going to be trouble as that's going to drop down in between the left and center fielder. And he is on base for the first time today with the 4th hit of the day for SSG as another 2-out hit. That's going to bring up Hanwha Sum. Hanwha Sum did have a single in his last at-bats, 1 for 2 on the day. Che Jung is learning how to put gloves on. And first pitch is fouled away. Yeah, 0-1. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Runner at first. Doesn't have a lot of speed. What's up, man? And that's going to not matter because that's going to be a single. He should go first to third as Liberato comes up with it. And just like that, they've got Runners on the corner. As another 2 out hits from SSG brings up the number 5 hitter, Go Myung Jun. And out comes the pitching visits. '89 pitches, 13 in the first, 11 in the second, 14 in the third, 24 in the fourth, 15 in the fifth, and he's sitting at 12 now here in the sixth. Go Myung Jun 0 for 1 on the day. Lined out to No Shiwan in the second inning and walked in the fourth, and that's going to be a slow dribbler in front of the pitcher. The catcher throws over to first, and that will end the inning. And they leave 2 more on base. They've left 4 on as Ponce gets out of the inning, and we'll go to the 7th inning. It's 4-1 Hanwha. Once again, they get base runners. They get 2 out hits. That is the third 2-out hit that they've had in this game. But they can't bring anybody home. They are now 0 for 2 with runners on base. You would. The thing is Hanwha loves to bring out Pak Song Wan in the 6th. They love Han Sung Hyuk in the 7th, or in the 8th, or sorry, Pak Song Wan in the 7th, Han Sung Hyuk in the 8th, and then Kim Saw Hyun in the 9th. So I know he really has not been pitching well. 90 pitches, 52 for strikes, 5 hits, 1 homer, 2 walks. I would again, if I was the manager, my concern would be the bullpen that's had a gigantic blow up yesterday. All right, Che Min Jun is still out there, and Naito Yoon will greet him as that pitch is way up high, 1-0. Ito Yoon 0 for 2 on the day, lined out to the first baseman, and then a 5-3 ground out in his other at bats. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-1. You have to think that Ponce is done for the day, though. 90 pitches. He's got a lead, a 4-1 lead. The Hanwha manager loves running those bullpen guys out there 25 games a day. And the 1-1 is way up high, 2-1. But then again, the manager also loves running his starting pitcher's arms into the ground. Oops, wrong side of the 2-1 pitch coming up. Outside, 3-1. That's what I would probably do. I would send him out there if he gets into trouble. He will be having the 6, 7, 8 hitters to go against. And the 3-1 is fouled away on ball 4, and it runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count of the day for Hanwha. Struck out in the 4th. And then a single just last inning gave them the 4th run. And he rolls around that one, but it's foul and it stays 3-2. So Hanwha has their 7, 8, 9, Ito Yoon, Che Jae Hoon, and Shimu Jun. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. And swing and a miss there, and that's one away. Yeah, I mean, if they take a long top of the seventh, would probably put another run or two on the board, and at that point, you have to take them out. I think. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. He lays off of that. It's 1-1. And here we go. A pitch comment change. More pitch com issues. What is the deal? Why is this so difficult? The bugs are trying to listen in on it. Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't. All right, so now here we go. Another 1-1 pitch. And he lifts it up. First baseman going over to the dugout and leans over the camera. Well, makes the catch for out number 2. Trying to make out for the fact that he first pitch ground outs to the catcher is that's in there for a strike and it's 0-1. Shimu Jun 0 for 2, a 4-3 ground out, and then he tried to put down a bunt, but got Che Jae Hoon thrown out at second as that's fouled back, and now it's 0-2. Yeah, I think that was Ponce walking back there. Is that is lifted up into the air, going back at the wall, and makes the catch. 1, 2, 3. Go Hana on the bottom of the eighth or top of the seventh. We'll go to the bottom of the seventh. It's 4-1 Hana. Six again. I believe I said the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for the old SSG Landers. He was walking back there, so maybe he comes back out. Hanwha's got to hold on as LG is came back. They were down 7-1 in the top of the third. It's now 7-7, bottom of the fourth. Ladies and gentlemen, they're in the bottom of the fourth inning where we are headed to the bottom of the seventh. Nothing is coming up, though. Ito Yoon is done for the day. Wong Young Mook will take over on at seconds. Again, I don't understand this. Why you're subbing him? I just unless Ito Yoon is injured, you're just burning through your bench. And Ponce is still out there. Ponce back out there. Seven strikeouts on the day. You'll face the 6, 7, 8 hitters as that runs inside 1-0. And here we go. The 1-0 pitch up high, 2-0. Pak Sung Han struck out in his first at bat. A ground ball to Kim Tae Yun over at first base in the fourth. A great stop over there by Kim Tae Yun to save a run, as that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-1. 150 on the radar as he takes a deep, deep breath. And steps off the back of the mound. And the 2-1, a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's a 2-2. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Lined up right back up the middle, and that will be a leadoff single for Pak Sung Han. Once again, base runners for SSG. They've out hit Hanwha 6-3. But Hanwha just happened to get to one of their 3 hits with 2 runners on. 95 pitches now for Ponce as they throw that ball out, and he'll get himself a new one. An Sang Hyun, he's 1 for 1 on the day. Solo shots back in the third and a walk in his last at bat to lead off the 5th inning. First time he's not leading off an inning. And that's a curveball drops in there for a strike, and then Che Jae-hoon drops it. Hanwha and Ponce want a double play. And then check over to first. Easily back. That's something I didn't notice before is that is fouled away. 1-2. Ponce has a American flag on his uniform. I wonder if the other players, if the Korean players have Korean flags on theirs. They all have flags because I can see it on Kim Tae Young's as that is fouled away. Yeah, I was wondering. That's kind of cool. Nice little touch there. As here comes the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss as he drops down to a knee, swings at something. I don't know what it was, but it was not a pitch in the zone. And that's going to bring up the number 8 hitter. Just like that, Ponce back down to an ERA of 2. 99 pitches, pitch number 100 in there for a strike, and it's now 0-1. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Checks over on the runner who slides back. Jung Jun Jae, 2-3 ground outs in his first at bats. Strikeouts looking. I don't know why I put swinging. And now that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Underhand toss, throws to first, and that will be another double play and ends the inning. And Ponce will finish the 7th with just 1 run given up. We'll go to the 8th. Hanwha up 4-1 as a third double play on the day. Definitely not his best starts, but he is able to do what he needs to do. Gets a leadoff single, a strikeout on an ugly looking swing on a pitch way off the zone, and then a 4-3 double play. As they are now 1 for 6 with runners on base today, 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Oh, Hanwha will have the top of the lineup coming up. 1, 2, 3. Jin Young, Liberato, and Moon Hyun Bin. Maybe Moon Hyun Bin. Kiwi said that Moon Hyun Bin was grabbing his shoulder. We'll see who comes out onto the mound for. I don't know how you're. Yeah, you're not going to any game unless you get tickets right at 11 o'clock. All right, we've got a new pitcher out on the mound. Pak Shi-hu, 25 games, 31 innings, 4-1, and 2 holds. As that misses low, ball 1. And that catches the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Who do they play? NC. And the 1-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. I know they have Kium next weekend, but they're in the dome, so. And the 1-2 pitch sets up right at the waist, and he throws it into the dirts, and it's now 2-2. Kiwi, you get one of those the pool tickets. Or I guess they don't go on they don't open that until the Kia game. Thank goodness. And thank goodness they got that infinity pool and the jacuzzi in all put in for 2 months, as that has popped up in foul and it stays 2-2. Yeah, even last year it was difficult to get him on in the weekday. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside corner, and he grounds it past the third baseman, and he'll have his first hit of the day and a leadoff hits for Hanwha, just their fourth hit of the day. That brings up Liberato, 1 for 3 on the day. He had the big swing, come from behind, 3-run shots, 1 for 2, 1 for 3 on the day. A couple strikeouts to go with that 3-run homer. And the first pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-1. Here we go. Misses outside, 1-1. First home run of his KBO career. Trying to make it so that he doesn't have to leave. Another 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside. Rolls over it, but gets it past the second baseman. Eugene Young will hold up, and 2 straight hits, 2 straight singles has got Hanwha putting pressure on again in the top of the eighth. First and second, Moonhyun Bin, a 3-run lead. Moonhyun Bin gonna bunt here. He is, yeah, you got that right. Moonhyun Bin 0 for 2 on a day, a couple strikeouts and a walk, stolen base, and then came around to score on the Chain Ho single. And steps off the back of the mound, and we'll try this again. Yeah. And drops down the bunts, and he'll pick it up, turn, throw to first, not in time. And just like that, they've got the bases loaded. And everybody will now say that that's why you bunt. It was a perfect placements. You want it a third of the way down the line, down the third base line. Yeah. All right, now nobody outs for no Shiwan. Oh for 3 on the day with 3 strikeouts. Misses outside, ball 1. All right, here we go. 1-0 pitch, bases loaded, nobody outs. Hanwha's a home run hitter up, and he fouls that one out of play, 1-1. Lotte losing, LG tied. Big game for Hanwha. Here we go. The 1-1 is way up high, 2-1. Every dugout in the KBO looks like a retirement community. Here we go. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled away on another pitch way up in the zone. If he didn't swing, it'd be 5-1 Hanwha, as he would have walked him on 4 straight pitches. Here we go. Let's try this again. The 2-2 pitch. And that is a broken bat, but foul. Get himself a new piece of wood. Yeah, much closer. Why did he have to go all the way into the dugout for that? Why was there nobody there to help him? Restrap up the old gloves because they got loose walking half a mile to get a bat out of the dugouts. Apparently, something. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside and throws it in the dirt, runs the count full. And swing and a miss for his golden sombrero. Through 8 pitches in that inning, or in that at bats, only one of them was a strike. And that brings up a Che-No. Che-No already RBI single back in his last at bat back in the 6th. He swung at ball 7. And that misses low. Ball 1. Hopefully Che-No paid attention there. Was like, hey, this guy is not throwing strikes. Why are we swinging? And a nice block there by Jo Hyung-woo. 2-0 now. I don't think this is the guy to get the grand slam, but you've seen weirder things, right? All right, here we go. The 2-0 pitch. And runs inside, 3-0. Not swinging now. How about a bunt here? That would really throw him off. It's your fault that your pitchers can't throw strikes. And that's in there for a strike, and it's now 3-1. No, they don't do that. They wait for one. Now they'll swing away at a slider way off the plates. And he fouls it into his foot. 3-2 and another full count. Second straight full count in this inning. A second straight full count for Che-In-Oh. He had an RBI single in his last one. 안녕하세요. Hello. Going to guess you're Korean. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. 23rd pitch of the inning for Park Shi-hoo. And that is lifted up into the air, going, but to the warning track, and Lee Young will tag up. And that will be a run for Hanwha. I don't know who all tagged up. I assume Liberato tagged up and went to third. And that'll be it for him. We'll have another pitching change, ladies and gentlemen. As, I guess they're going to bring somebody in, try to bring in... yeah, Kim Tae-hyun. Oh, it did look like I guess both of them did tag up. Kim Tae-hyun coming up. I thought that's what they said, but I never know until elsewhere around the league while we're waiting for the new pitcher is 7-7 Kia and LG. 4-0 KT. Doosan has tied it up, but NC's got runners on first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. And Kium threatening with more as they've got runners on second and third with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. But they've also got a 9-0 lead against Samsung. So Chae-Hyun Sheik will come out onto the mound. Kim Kong-min out on the mound again. This time in the form of Chae-Hyun Sheik. 10 games, 13.1 innings, 7.43 ERA, ladies and gentlemen. 7.43 ERA. Runners on second and third. 2 outs now for Kim Tae-hyun. 0 for 3 on the day. It popped up, and that misses up high. Ball 1. Popped up in his first at-bats. 1 pitch, popped up to third. And then struck out looking in the 6th. Then a first pitch pop-up in the 6th. In the 6th. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Never mind. Cannot pinch hit for Kim Tae-hyun because you don't have anybody else to play first. Yeah, here comes the 1-0 pitch. Grounds it to the third baseman, throws across the diamond, and that's will be 3 away. Bases loaded, nobody out. 4, 5, 6 coming up, and they get a sacrifice fly. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-1 Hanwha. Oh, Kim Tae-yun. All right, who's coming out? Ju-hyun Song coming out onto the mound for Hanwha. They're going to try to bring this game a little closer so that Kim So-hyun can get another save, I guess. So Ju-hyun Song out on the mound. He has not had a good season. 22 games, 21 and a point 2 innings. But he is not pitched well. 4.57 ERA for the former closer. Started the season off as the closer, removed and then struggled down in the second league, but he's brought up because he's old. Ponce, 7 innings, 101 pitches, 1 run given up is 6 hits, 9 strikeouts. Did he have 9 strikeouts? Did I miscount? 9 strikeouts. Both pitchers with 9 strikeouts. All righty, here we go. Leading off is Kim Kong-min again. This time, the number 9, Kim Kong-min. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, Jo Hyung-woo 0 for 2 on the day. And that's in the dirt, 1-1. And that misses, and it's 2-1. And with the 2-1 pitch, and that is ripped. That's going to goodbye baseball. I didn't know it was going to get out, but that's got to be at least, what, 125 Kiwi? SSG with their second solo shot to lead off an inning. All right, Che Ji-hoon steps up. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Like I said, bringing in Ju-hyun Song to make the game closer so that Kim So-hyun can get another save. Oh, 2 now to Che Ji-hoon. He led off the bottom of the first with a single, but was erased on a double play, a 4-3 ground out and a strikeouts. And the 0-2 is way outside, 1-2. And the 1-2 slapped foul into the netting, and it stays 1-2. They've got 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up now in the top or the bottom of the eighth. Is have to think that if the game gets close, they will bring out the closer. If somebody gets on, they'll bring out the closer for a 4 or 5 out save. And Hanwha once again has more issues with their pitch com. He's thrown 8 whole pitches, but yet the pitch com is broke. Swing and fouls. That's one off. And here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and that is lifted into the air. Liberato giving chase under it, and that's one away. $110. And now that's in there for strike two already, huh? Already 0 for 3 on the day. 6-4-3 double play, a 5-3 ground out, and a strikeout. He is on the hook for probably the worst offensive game on the day. As that is fouled away. 0-2 now. And the 0-2 pitch slapped to Kim Tae-yeon, eats him up. Underhand toss, though, and that will be two away as Kim Tae-yeon is now grabbing his chest. And Hanwha does not have another first baseman because Ito Yoon could play first or No Shiwan could play first. But they decided to, of course, move Wong Young Mook into second base instead of just letting Ito Yoon play a full game. That pitch is way, way up high. 1-0 to Che Jung. Che Jung could easily make it a 2-run game. Up high again at 2-0. Strikeout, strikeout, single. 203 average now on the season. And the 2-0 in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 2-1. Two-one pitch in there for a strike at 2-2. The Kium game is over. Nice 2.5 hour game, just the way you want. There we go. 2-2 sets up way outside, and he pops them up. Third baseman coming in foul territory, and 3 away. That is it for the 8th. We'll go to the 9th as Hanwha hanging on 5-2. Two solo shots from SSG cuts the lead to 3, which means you guessed it, Kim Saw Hyun will be coming out. Elsewhere, Kia threatening. They've got runners on first and third in the top of the sixth with one out. KT still up 4-0, and NC is taking a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the eighth on a 2-run single by Pak Minu. Actually, that is the game. Is where they get to the third out, and NC with another victory. They are coming close to Samsung down there in the bottom of the lineup. Or looks like Chaehyun Sheik staying out there, maybe. Hanwha will have the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Wang Young Mook, Che Jae Hoon, and Simu Jun. All right, we'll try this again. Wang Young Mook getting his first at bat of the day, 238 on the season, and looks it's a ball one up high, 1-0. Waiting for Kiwi. And here comes the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. All right, now he can swing the bats. And it is not a good swing as he misses, and it's 1-2. First at bat of the week for Wang Young Mook. And a swing and a miss, and that is probably why that's his first at bat of the week as he swings at a pitch in the dirts, and it's 1 away. Che Jae Hoon steps in now, 1 for 3 on the day, a 6-3 ground out, a single thrown out at second on the failed bunt attempt by the shortstop in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Also popped up to the first baseman in foul territory is Go Myung Jun made a catch right at the wall, up and in, and it's 1-1. One pitch sets up down the middle, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Liberato looking at that. Really? They said that went 120? What? Really? Trying not to cramp, having a banana? Everybody knows monkeys never cramp, as that's going to be a diving play by the third baseman. Gets to his knees, tries to throw him out, but Che Jae Hoon shows the wheels, and he will be on first base with a 1-out single. Diving stop by the third baseman, gets to his knees, throws, but the throw up the line a little bit too much. Go Myung Jun tries to sweep the tag, but Che Jae Hoon just too fast. He will come out now. Have a pinch runner. Euro Gyo will come into pinch run. And brings up the shortstop, Shimu Jun, as he looks at the ball 1-0. 0 for 3 on the day, average down to 167. And that throws over. Yeah, and the 1-0 pitch sets up down the middle, and he looks at it, and it's 1-1. Shimujun 0 for 3 on the day, a 4-3 ground out, a failed bunts where the catcher ended up throwing out the runner at seconds, then a pop up or a fly out to left. Now the 1-1 goes down to his knee to foul that one into the Hanwha fans, and it's now 1-2. Trying his best no Shiwan, I guess, hitting from his knees. Probably where he's most comfortable getting into the lineup every day. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Lays off of it. It's 2-2. We'll try this 2-2 pitch. Nope. We're going to throw over to Euro Gyo, who has a tendency to get picked off in very unimportant parts of the game. And another throw. Almost got him there. He's saying double check that. Like I said, he has a tendency to get picked off at very unimportant parts. We're gonna video replay that as Go Myung Jun thought he got him. No point in not checking this here, just because. Oh yeah, he's out. Like I said, Euro Gyo has a tendency to get himself out and picked off. Let's just erase him off the base pass. He's going to go ahead and pack his bags, ladies and gentlemen, and head back to Sosan. Euro Gyo once again pinch running and gets picked off. And yeah, alrighty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch goes down to his knees. That's going to be picked up by the third baseman. A quick throw, and that will be 3 away in the ninth. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. It's 5-2 Hanwha as the Wild Thing himself will make his way in. He'll have the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Hanwha. Or for Sam's SSG. Good Lord, who am I broadcasting today? No, Euro Gyo, I imagine, is not going to go play defense. I would normally think he would go to left field or right field, and Liberato stays in center. Eugene Young goes wherever Euro Gyo doesn't go. But with Euro Gyo getting picked off once again, you have to wonder if they're even going to let him play anymore. EJ Wan will come in to catch somewhere. All right, Kim Saw-hyun, 38 games, 37 innings, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 hold, 19 saves, a 146 ERA, 580 OPS. He is wild, ladies and gentlemen. Can he throw some strikes? EJ Wan takes over for Euro Gill. Could have just had EJ Wan get picked off at first, would have saved them a player. 21 or 19 saves on the season for Kim Saw-hyun. Again, my philosophy is don't swing until you get 2 strikes, as that first pitch is nowhere near any strike zone in Korea. As want to know. Hanyu Sama 2 for 3 on the day, as that is low, and now it's 2-0. Again, don't swing until you've got 2 strikes. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Just catches the outside corner, 2-1. And that's in there for a strike, and 2-2. Now you start swinging. Yeah, you're probably going to strike outs a couple times, but and here comes the 2-2 pitch. Runs inside and runs the count full, 3-2. Fifth full count of the day for SSG. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. And he grounds that pass. So Wang Young Mook, as he will round first and head back. And he's on base for the 3rd time today with 3 straight singles. Imagine they're going to pinch hit for him here. Or sorry, pinch run for him. Wang Young Mook not able to make the play as it hits his glove, gets trapped under his glove, and then rolls out. All right, Go Myung Jun now 0 for 2 on the day, lined out to Kim Tae-yeon, or sorry, No Shiwan over at third base, walked, and then 2-3 groundouts. And that's in there for a strike, 0-1. Seems like they're listening to me, apparently. Not swinging until they've got 2 strikes. And here we go. The 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and it's low, 1-1. We go the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at ball 2. They aren't listening well enough. Should be 2-1. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch now. In the dirts. Should be 3-1, but now it's 2-2. EJ Wan needs a breather now, as he had to actually move to block that. Two pitch should be 3-1. Sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss, ball 4, and that's 1 away. Good Lord, are these hitters and these coaches absolutely stupid? Should be ball four. You got a runner. You got runners on first and second. Nobody out, ladies and gentlemen. That should be what the game is. But unfortunately, the KBO umpire managers have never once understood that. Hey, you should watch film and take notes. Oh, Pak Sung Han now steps in. 1 for 3 on the day. Should be batting with runners on first and second. Nobody out. And that misses inside. Ball one. And don't swing until you've got 2 strikes against this guy. He is just so wild that there's no reason to even bother. As Pak Sung Han has to dive out of the way of the bugs. And here we go. Let's try this again. The 1-0, don't swing. And that's low. Ball 2, 2-0. 13 pitches now for Kim Saw Hyun. He's thrown maybe 4 strikes the whole time. Again, don't swing. And the 2-0 misses inside. 3-0. Should be runners on first and second. Nobody outs with a 3-0 count. No, 3-0 counts. Not going to be swinging here either. And just gets a piece of the inside corner. 3-1. Again, don't swing. Let him throw you 2 strikes. Don't swing. And the 3-1, miss it. Wow. Wow. I don't know about that, ladies and gentlemen. That was not a strike last year, and that's probably not a strike any other year. And check over a Hanyu Sum over at first. So now you've got a swing, a 3-2 count, obviously. And should have nobody out, so runners on first and second with a 3-2 count here. And that's a balk. That's a balk. All right, the 3-2. And he lays off of it. It should be bases loaded with nobody outs. If I was managing the team, it would be bases loaded, nobody out, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm not. Because I would run rampant through the entire KBO. And they would have none of that. All right, Ansang Hyun steps in. He's already got 1 home run today. Can he lay off of the pitches and wait for 2 strikes? "17 pitches already for Kim Saw Hyun. An Sang Hyun, 1 for 2 on the day, a home run, a solo shot off of Ponce, a walk, and a strikeout. Here comes And he lays off of that. It's ball one. 1-0. Keep in your head, a base is loaded and nobody out. 1-0 count, ladies and gentlemen. And ball two. Ote going on deck. And the 2-0 in there for a strike at 2-1. 20 pitches now. This is where he really starts to fall apart, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge, huge game for Hanwha as LG is falling behind Kia. Lotte is behind KT. And the 2-1 in the dirts, 3-1. Should be bases loaded, nobody out with a 3-1 count. Manager has to be looking on, thinking, man, it's a good thing that that guy that does English commentary isn't managing because we'd be losing as that's ball four. Should be bases loaded still with nobody out in a 5-3 game, but they don't want to listen. That's going to bring up Otegon pinch hitting. All right, Otegon steps in. Yesterday, pinch hits game winner. And that's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Again, it should be 5-3 with nobody out and the bases loaded. Keep that in your head, ladies and gentlemen. Otegon does run well, so it's got to be a hard hit ball to be doubled up. Yeah, and here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's ball one. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1-1 counts. One for one in his career against Kim Saw Hyun. And that is a fouled away. 1-2 still. 25 pitches for Kim Saw Hyun as the heat is getting there. And the 0-2 pitch swings and misses it, ball three. Here we go. It's amazing. All right, Joe Hyung Woo steps in, the number 9 hitter, as that is going to be ball one on a pitch clock violation. Here comes the 1-0. Joe Hyung Woo hit a solo shot to lead off last inning, and the 1-0 is in the dirt. Ball one, 1-0. Again, keep saying this. It should be bases loaded, 1 out to 5-3 game at this point. It should be 5-3, bases loaded with 1 out, if they would listen to what I say. All right, here comes the 2-0 pitch. Sets up right down the middle. He rolls over it. Noshiwan scoops it, throws, and the stretch gets him. That will be the end of the game, as that is Kim Saw Hyun doing what he does, and people not listening to me, so he doesn't do what he does. Once again, the KBO managers prove that they are bested by a guy sitting in his apartment telling them how to pitch and how to play, because the guy in his apartment knows 10 times more than whatever these managers are supposed to be in the KBO. And Ponce did not have his best stuff, but he ended up coming away with another win. He moves to 11-0, courtesy of stupidity in the home dugout for SSG. Yeah, again, Ponce he ended up pitching 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, one run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. The run was earned. Anderson pitched fabulous for the first 5 innings. Through the first 5 innings, he had thrown 59 pitches. He had actually thrown a no-hitter up until that point. But coming back out for the 6th, everything fell apart for him. Gave up a single to Che Jae-hoon, the first hit of the day for him. And then from there, he had what he needed. Shin Moo-jun bunts to the catcher. The catcher throws out Che Jae-hoon at second base. You got 1 out, but a stolen base, a walk, a wild pitch, and a 3-run homer by Liberato ends up giving Hanwha the lead 3-1. They add another single from Che Ho that scores Moon Yun Bin, who also walked, stole a base, and went to third on a wild pitch. They did add 1 run a little bit later on a sacrifice fly, but again, they had an opportunity in the 8th inning. They had the bases loaded with nobody outs, with the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up, and instead they get a 4 strikeout from No Shiwan, a sacrifice fly from Che Ho, but then a ground outs to end of the inning with Kim Tae-yeon. Kim Tae-yeon 0 for 4, No Shiwan 0 for 4. The corner infielders not being able to do anything. And, SSG had plenty of opportunities. They had plenty of opportunities. Just a sec here. I'm trying to calculate some stuff. As they went 1 for 8 with runners on base. 1 for 8, ladies and gentlemen. They had the bases loaded in the 9th inning. Once again, should have been bases loaded with nobody out. A bases loaded walk to An Sang-hyun would have made the game 5-3 at that point. Then the strikeout from Mo Tae-gon, followed by Jo Hyung-woo with a 5-3 ground out. 5-3 ground out probably would have ended up being a 5-2-3 double play if it was hit at the exact same spot. So Hanwha might have still come away with the win, but with a single and 3 straight walks, Maybe they don't keep Kim Saw-hyun. Maybe they bring in Park Sang-won or somebody else. Obviously, would change the whole situation. But another game where Kim Saw-hyun comes in. If the managers had any idea what they were doing and would listen, the Kim Saw-hyun would have put the first four runners on base. He's wild. These managers have never once. There's zero chance that they've ever heard of analytics. There's zero chance that they've ever actually looked at. It's like they're managing out of the box score. Like, oh yeah, this guy got another save. He has a really low ERA, so he's really, really good. So we're gonna have to swing at stuff. No, he's not. He can be really good. He throws really hard, but what he's good at is getting people to swing at really bad pitches. The last game I streamed for Hanwha was I believe the Kia Hanwha game, and the exact same thing would have happened. He would have walked the bases loaded, and Hanwha probably would have lost that game too. But these managers don't know what they're doing. They get the job because of who they used to be, not because they have any new ideas or plans for the game of baseball. KBO managers really are in over their head. They would be laughed out. They would be ran out of a of a Babe Ruth or American Legion or travel ball team if they ever managed like they do in the States. They would be absolutely ran out of town. Probably wouldn't even make it out of the parking lot. They are that bad. There's no development of the players. There's no ingenuity. It's all the same cut and copy paste game plans. But I'll be back tomorrow anyway. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock game. I'll be doing the Samsung Kium game as Kium looks for, I believe, the sweep, right? Yeah, Kium looks to sweep Samsung. It's the 2 o'clock game. I will always do a 2 o'clock game. He made the All-Star. Not only did he make the All-Star team, he made the All-Star team with the most votes ever gotten. But that's mainly because Hanwha fans just vote every single day for the same thing. And again, these players, they keep voting. The players voted for him too, because the players don't watch film. There's nothing there. It's all smoke and mirrors. Yeah, I mean, it's, oh, look at his ERA, it's really low. Yeah, but watch the game. Watch the game. He throws 75% balls. But everybody wants to swing and hit home runs, and they don't realize that, hey, just let him walk me. Put some runners on. We're down by 3 runs. We need base runners, not home runs. These guys just don't watch film. It starts with the managers. It starts with the dugout. It starts with the clubhouse. These managers don't watch film. It's 100% evidence that they do not watch film. The players don't watch film. It's evidence just watching that they don't watch film. The only film that they watch is YouTube highlight reels, and they try to do everything that they see in highlight reels. Yeah, I mean, there's zero chance he makes it through the end of the season. No chance that he makes it through the end of the season. I mean, he's throwing 30 pitches a game, and he's pitching 40 games before the All-Star break. Zero chance he makes it through the whole season. Just not going to happen. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow, 2 o'clock game, Kium and Samsung. So thank you guys for tuning in. Everybody go watch. I guess the Kia LG game is they're just now in the top of the 7th inning. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, 2 o'clock game. And as always, until next time.